Welcome to Pet Haven. We are a foster, home-based nonprofit dog and cat rescue, operating since 1952. We rescue stray, abandoned, neglected, and surrendered dogs and cats. We operate largely through volunteers and donations, relying on social media to stay connected, making our volunteers the backbone of our life-saving work.
Fosters open their hearts and their homes to animals in need, and are responsible for taking the animal through adoption into their forever home. As a foster, you get to choose the animal that best fits your home and lifestyle. We rely on our fosters to provide play, socialization, and a safe and loving home environment to their foster animals. Fosters are also responsible for taking their foster pets to medical appointments as needed to keep them healthy. While highly unlikely, this could also include unscheduled emergency care, which is why we require our fosters to have a reliable means of transportation. At Pet Haven, we pride ourselves on being matchmakers, fostering until we find the perfect fit for the pet and person. Congratulations on taking the first step to welcoming a foster pet into your life. There are 2 foster divisions at Pet Haven, cats and dogs. Each division has a host of volunteers who work in specific areas, such as transport, intake, supplies, adoption, and vet care. When you get started as a new foster, you will be matched with a foster mentor. Foster mentors are trained and experienced volunteers, often with years of knowledge to share with you. The choice of who you want to foster is up to you, and your foster mentor will always be your support through the selection and adoption process. It is possible your mentor may feel your choice is not a good fit. If that happens, they will guide you to another pet that may be better suited for you and the foster pet. Rest assured, your mentor is there to make sure that you and the pet in need have a successful experience. Given that there is so much information to share, we've consolidated all you need to know in what we call the Foster Manual. The Foster Manual is regularly updated and includes essential information such as Pet Haven contacts, information on how to get your first foster animal, supplies, veterinary care, and a step-by-step walkthrough of the adoption process. The Foster Manual and your foster mentor will quickly become your go-to resources. Reliable transportation is required for all Pet Haven fosters, so you'll need to be prepared to provide transportation for your animal to and from vet appointments, as well as home visits throughout the adoption process. Your mileage is tax deductible if you choose to track your miles. When you foster, all of the necessary supplies will be provided for you. This includes bowls, food, leashes, crates, litter boxes, and toys. We are a donation-based rescue, and what we can provide is what we receive.
Our main supply area is at our facility in St. Paul, but we also provide a satellite option for supply pickups in St. Louis Park. Pet Haven focuses locally and works with many impounds and municipal shelters as well as reservations. We also take in animals who are surrendered by their owners and, when able, help rural shelters in neighboring states when they are experiencing overcrowding and animals become at risk of euthanasia.
All of our foster animals are listed on a closed Facebook page you'll be invited to join when you're fully onboarded as a foster, called Pet Haven Fosters Needed. Our intake coordinators are the behind-the-scenes volunteers who are working with shelters and pet owners to find people available to foster a cat or dog. We try to provide as much information as possible about an animal, including what we know about how they interact with other dogs, cats, children, and any notes about their personality and energy level. These bios are so fosters have a good understanding of whether a foster animal will be a good match for them in their home. However, please be aware that sometimes we simply don't have much information about an animal to share. If an animal requires special food, care, or medication, the post will be marked Experienced Foster Only. Even though some new fosters come with a history of fostering through other rescues, here we define experienced as having previously fostered with Pet Haven, not a reflection of personal animal experience. This is to ensure a successful fostering experience for both you and the pet in need. Once you find an animal you're interested in fostering, you can comment on the Facebook thread and tag your foster mentor for final approval. The intake coordinator can also provide you additional information to any questions you may have. Once you're confirmed as the animal's foster, you'll receive additional information such as transport details on where you'll pick the animal up, vet care provided or needed, and other important information. Pet Haven has a team of intake coordinators who will provide you details on where and when you'll pick up your foster animal. Pickups depend on where the animal is coming from and how large the transport is. In general, be prepared to have all of the supplies necessary before picking up your animal. You will also receive a comprehensive email from the intake coordinator with specific information to know about transport. Your foster pet will need all the basic supplies to comfortably transition to your home. Pet Haven provides all supplies free of charge to fosters, yet the responsibility is on the foster to pick up supplies and be prepared ahead of time.
Supplies are stored at Pet Haven's main facility in St. Paul and at our satellite location in St. Louis Park. We regularly host what we call open hours for fosters to swing in and pick up whatever they need. All open hours are listed on Pet Haven's volunteer Facebook page, which new fosters are invited to join.
Getting your foster dog or cat veterinary care, such as vaccinations, preventatives, or a spay-neuter surgery, is important. Some foster animals arrive with some sort of veterinary care already completed, but each foster will require at least one visit to the vet for a wellness check. During the onboarding process, you'll select your preferred vet clinic from Pet Haven's list of approved clinics. Pet Haven partners with more than a dozen vet clinics throughout the Twin Cities, and most fosters choose the vet clinic located nearest their home for convenience. However, fosters should be prepared to transport their animals to any vet clinic, depending on their availability to schedule an appointment. Pet Haven's vet team will be in constant contact with you and walk you through the necessary steps you'll need to know to ensure your foster pet's health.
How long will I have a foster animal?
Fosters should expect to have their cat or dog with them for a minimum of 3 weeks. Some animals may take longer to adopt depending on factors such as the animal's age and medical condition. For instance, a senior animal may take a bit longer to find their forever home, or a black dog or cat that often gets overlooked by adopters.
Do I need Facebook to become a foster?
Pet Haven relies heavily on Facebook to post animals for fostering, answer fosters' questions, and provide information about supplies. While having a Facebook isn't required to foster, we strongly encourage fosters who don't have Facebook to consider creating an account just for fostering. Pet Haven has experienced tremendous growth over the past few years, which is a testament to our strong internal operations and support for our foster family. We offer assistance to new fosters by pairing them with an experienced foster mentor and creating a clear, defined process for adoption. The last step in the fostering process is to find a cat or dog their forever home. Pet Haven's adoption team walks a foster through every step of the adoption process. Fosters write their foster animal's biography, provide top-notch photos, and communicate directly with potential adopters to find the perfect match. We're dedicated matchmakers that understand the first adoption application isn't always the right one. As a rescue, our goal is to not only find a great match for an adopter and foster animal, but to provide exceptional customer service to future pet owners and those who volunteer their time. Foster-based organizations like Pet Haven are 100% committed to ensuring that dogs and cats receive the time, care, and attention they need before finding their permanent home. Many foster animals may have behavioral issues or medical issues, and fosters are trained to provide this care for them. We are looking for fosters who not only look forward to welcoming an animal into their home, but are also great communicators who are committed to providing timely feedback, checking their emails, and serving as ambassadors for both Pet Haven and their foster pet.
Am I prepared to accept the responsibility of caring for an animal in my home?
Do I have a space in my home or apartment that will allow a foster animal personal space to transition peacefully for the first days, weeks in foster care?
Do I have any travel commitments in the next few months?
Do I have the time to bring my foster animal to vet appointments?
Do I have reliable transportation?
Do I have any allergies that may make fostering difficult? Will my current pets accept a new foster dog or cat into my home, even if I'm not 100% sure how they'll get along?
Does my landlord allow pets?
Now that you know a bit more about fostering with Pet Haven, it's time for the next steps. If you haven't already done so, please fill out a foster application, which can be found on our website at pethavenmn.org/foster. Our foster coordinator will be in touch with you to schedule a virtual home visit with one of our welcome volunteers. This visit will allow you to ask additional questions, show us your space, and provide a bit more information about yourself as a foster. If you decide to take the leap into fostering, Pet Haven will offer additional training throughout the process. Thank you for your commitment to helping animals in need, and welcome to Pet Haven.